guys, Profe Pablo here, Spanish teacher turned Minecraft engineer. Today we are going to make a zero-tick kelp farm that gives us bone meal. Now, I will admit that I just got through recording this video and the video didn't save. Oh, the life of a YouTuber. So we are going to do this video again, but let me show you how this thing works. So what we have here for our bone meal farm is we have zero-tick kelp pouring into these hoppers, which goes into these chests, which fills up all of these composters, which goes down here into this chest, and then in turn goes into our storage silo. We're going to store this bone meal just in case Mojang takes this away from us. If you look in here, I'm getting tons and tons of bone meal. That's actually 8.5 stacks every 10 minutes. That's over 3,000 pieces of bone meal per hour. This farm should be more than enough for all of your bone meal needs. Enough chit chat, let's get going. But before we get going, I would like to ask a favor. If you like this video, please press the like button. And if you want to see more easy, fun, and effective builds, you need to subscribe. Okay, back to the build. Okay, so this was my build. I need to find a new open space. Cool deserted island, perfect. So you might want to chunk align this thing. That might help a little bit, but I've actually had luck without chunk aligning. So the way that we are going to start is we are going to place down a T clock. Now I call this a T clock because it looks like a T. I don't know if anyone else calls it that. Break this middle block and lay down a redstone torch. Now the next step in our bone meal farm is to lay down a piston like that and lay down 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now for our bone meal farm, we're going to place blocks all in front of those and blocks all behind those, including behind this clock. Now we are going to take redstone and run it all along the back of these pistons. That way they all extend. Now the way that these bone meal farms work is that we are using zero-tick kelp to make the bone meal. So you need sand on those pistons and then sand on top of the pistons. You used to need 2 sands, now you only need 1 on top of the pistons. Place a row of blocks here, a row of blocks behind the sand like that. We're going to close the sand in like that. I'm actually going to put a block here and dig down a little maintenance tunnel underneath just in case I need it. Okay, then I'm gonna come to this side and place blocks here, here, and here. I need to leave this space open for my redstone clock. And then on the back wall here, I'm going to build up 3 rows. Just like that. And here I'm going to extend out 2 more rows, just like that, and build up a side wall matching the back wall here and over here as well. Looks like a sofa, actually is a bone meal farm. Then I need my collection system, so I'm going to go here and build out 1, 2, 3 blocks. And then for each piston, I'm going to lay down a double chest, just like this. When I was recording the first video for this, I realized that I say just like this all the time. Oops, 1 extra. There we go. Now I need a hopper going into each one of those chests, like that. And I want to put a button on each one of these hoppers, but actually I think I'm going to try something different this time. Let's put a block here and a block here. I did buttons last time. I think I want to try glass panes and see how that works. So I'm going to run a row of glass panes right there. Now for this part, I am going to use signs. I need to come up 1 block, place a sign there, place a sign on that sign, and do that until the signs run all the way across. Then I'm going to come over here, look up, place down a piston. So the piston is facing down. I'm going to do that all the way along that back wall, like that. I need to place blocks there. Now, of course, for kelp, you're going to need water. Otherwise, we will have no bone meal. So I'm crouching and placing water on top of each one of these pistons. That creates a flow just like that. All right, now I'm going to plant my kelp, just like that. And I can go ahead and start my clock. I'm going to need to place redstone there and a repeater going into that redstone, starting the growth. And it is growing. Now, before this thing goes nuts with bone meal, I'm going to finish my collection system. And I will temporarily turn this off. I just wanted to make sure it worked. So under each one of these chests, I'm going to crouch and place a hopper pointing straight down. You're going to need a lot of hoppers for this build. That is okay because you can always build the iron farm that I made. And now you will need composters under each one of those hoppers. And get out of the way. Let's see, I'm going to need to terraform just a little bit here. I'll just use smooth stone. I built too close to my edge. Okay, now underneath these, I'm going to need to break blocks. Okay, and on one side, that being over here, I'm going to place a double chest, just like this. Grab my hoppers. And behind that chest, place a row of hoppers. One hopper should go under each composter. Do that to both of those, just like this. Okay, now I can start this thing. Now in the video that didn't make it, I did try something new and it worked really well. I'm placing an observer facing down. This is going to allow everything to be run off of one clock. Place a torch, another block, another torch, and a block on that torch. I'm going to place a repeater there and put redstone on top of each one of these pistons. I'm going to start my clock again, and I must be on a chunk border because everything's breaking. That's okay. Moral of the story is please chunk a line. Okay, and here I had to slow down this repeater to make it work really, really quickly. So it is working. We're doing good. And in just a few seconds, I already have 5, 6, 7... Look at all this bone meal. Very, very fast. And now we are going to make a storage silo because Mojang might take this from us. So before they can do that, we are going to store everything in a storage silo. I'm going to dig a couple blocks down just like that. Place a dropper facing up like that. And I can build this as high as I want, but I'm going to build up some blocks just like that. I'm not going to make it as high as the other one. The concept is still the same. I'm going to build a block like that. Go ahead and close this in. Build a wall like that. Another wall going up. And this last wall I'm going to make glass. I'm going to build one more row just like this and break this side. And now I'm going to come to the bottom. Let's see, I'll turn this way. Skip a block and place a double chest and stack those chests on top of each other till I get to the top. Oh my goodness. There we go. Sometimes these redstone components, when you crouch, they don't place correctly. It causes a lot of problems. There we go. So I have a tower of double chests. Again, I can make this as high as I want. Then I'm going to take a hopper and place one going into the side of each one of these chests. In just a second, we're going to do this with indicator lights, which is going to help us know how full this is. There we go. I don't want water spilling out, so I'm going to add some blocks here. Going to place a glass block here so I could still open that. Dump a bucket of water here. Swim down. Crouch, plant kelp, and build it all the way up, making all that water sources. Swim back down, break that, place down a soul sand. Oops, right there. That creates an item elevator. We're going to put a roof on it so that our kelp doesn't spill everywhere. Or our bone meal, actually. Bone meal's coming up here. And there you go. That is a very simple silo, but I still want my indicator lights. So I'm going to fill this out just a little bit. And this part gets tedious, but you'll need to place comparator, block on top, comparator, block on top, and do that all the way to the top. This one's going to be tricky to get to. There we go. In front of each comparator, you will need to place a redstone lamp, then a block, redstone lamp, all the way to the top. Okay, and we're going to cover up my redstone just like this. Awesome. Okay, now I need to, between this chest here, I need to add one. I'll need one more hopper. Oops. Just like that. And now all I need to do is activate. I can see that dropper right there. So to activate that, I can actually put a block there. Oops, did not want that. Here, I'll just do it this way. Okay, I need to place an observer pointing away from the dropper, and then another one pointing in. Gotta have solid blocks there. Let me cover up my redstone. There we go. And we have Bonemeal shooting up through our elevator, coming down our silo, filling up this chest right here. Again, because I must be close to a chunk border, some of my kelp is breaking, so you want to chunk align this thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this super simple Bonemeal farm with storage silo. As always, thanks for watching.